Yeah. Way up.
Yo, what up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and happy Thursday. I'm getting ready for the weekend. This weekend, I am going to go to Atlantic City and see Jerome Boots Ennis fight against Stan Jonas. So I'm excited for that. Shout out to them. And you know what's exciting that's happening tomorrow and Saturday here in Brooklyn? Vybz Cartel is performing in the United States. It's been a long time coming, and when I tell you they had to add a show at the Barclays, it's about to be wild. So we are getting ready for that. But let's start the show off with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you would like to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And I want to get this day started with shining a light on somebody who, she's amazing. She has her own communications brand, her own company, her own agency, and it's called The Young Group, and that is Ayana Young. She's the founder of it. She has 14 years in the communications industry, and she has led projects for brands like Hennessy and St. Lucia, Weight Watchers, BET, Black Girls Rock, but she has her own company right now, and she's actually the one that works with USVI, which is the reason why we went to Carnival last year and why we're going back this year. But she's just really dope as a person. It's nice when you can work alongside people who you feel like are amazing. And she also has her own cannabis brand too. So, you know, we like to see that diversity. So shout out to the Higher Collection brand and to my girl, Ayana Young. Now, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Hey, Makai, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Who do you want to shine a light on?
I don't brag a lot, but this morning I want to shout myself out. I just self-published and released my book. It's called, I wrote this book to heal myself. If anybody's going through grief or loss, I lost my mom a couple years ago, so it's grief from a real perspective that can understand it.
Oh, wow. I wrote this book to heal myself. And talk to me about that process. How was that for you?
It was tough. Like, I literally, when I lost my mom, it was all of a sudden. I went through a lot of trauma with my family. And, you know, it took me 2 years before I started the grief process. So I really took it through each stage of everything I felt and wrote it out, all my thoughts, my feelings. You know, so it was definitely a nod to myself and my mom. I couldn't have did it without her and my awesome wife.
Okay, and how can people find this book? Is it available like on Amazon or?
Yes, it's available on Amazon. Again, it's called I Wrote This Book to Heal Myself by Makai Maxey.
All right, well, congratulations, and I'm glad that you've been healing.
Thank you so much, Angela. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could always leave a message and shine a light for last word. We're spreading that love. And when we come back, we have your Yee Tea, and let's talk about Stephen A. Smith. He has no problem with these tariffs. He just doesn't like how Donald Trump is doing it. We'll tell you what he had to say, and we'll give you some information on tariffs, too, and how it all works. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee Tea. Now, Stephen A. Smith recently was talking about these tariffs and why he is a fan of implementing these tariffs, even though he doesn't like how Donald Trump is doing it. Here's what he said.
Let me be the first to say this about Donald Trump. I support tariffs. I have no problem with it. I do believe that the United States has been paying too much money. You go to foreign countries, you see people, they talk about how you don't see American vehicles. You don't see American products nearly as much as you see other products from other nations. If that is true, then Trump is right. We are getting hosed. I am not averse to Donald Trump with tariffs. What I'm averse to is how he's handling it. Now, only time will tell whether Trump's right, but it's a short time. I don't want to hear a year. We can't afford that.
Well, I did a little deep dive into it and what economists have to say. And what they said is about this deficit, because we do actually import more than we export. But economists say there's a fundamental misunderstanding of what having a trade deficit with another country actually means. And a deficit says little about the state of a country's economy. The good thing is that it means that we actually are big consumers, which is great for the economy. And some of these other countries like China that are really big on exporting, they don't have that. So they said as a whole, we generally benefit from this arrangement when it comes to having a strong demand for goods in your country. So I think right now the way it's being looked at is having a trade deficit is bad, but what it actually means is that we actually are big consumers, which is great for the economy. So really not such a big problem. Some countries have large trade surpluses, but that means is they have relatively lower rates of domestic consumption. Just something to think about. All right, another thing to think about is Khloe Kardashian is not happy about Lamar Odom having a sex doll that looks like her. It's actually a little creepy. On the finale of their Kardashian show on Hulu, here's what she had to say.
I found out about Lamar's blow-up doll, I think the same way any of us found out. It was on the internet. Not sure why that's something we are publicly talking about. I'm supposed to be flattered by this. It's more, man, this validates just how different we are and how much we've grown apart, and it's creepy and it's weird, but I'm not hurt by it. That's more his journey. It's just more weird and gross.
It is creepy to know that your ex has a sex doll of you and has publicly told everybody about it, which is why she can publicly comment on it. And that was your Yee Tea, sponsored by Saucony. You know I love some Saucony. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I actually was outside. My detox now is over. I was actually supposed to ease back into eating and did not. All right, but I can tell and share with you guys. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. Now, y'all know I did the detox now, which a lot of people have done this detox now. Detox with me. It's been amazing and helpful, but I definitely felt I got to get back up. Yesterday, we're supposed to ease back into eating. I was actually at Continent, which is a restaurant in Brooklyn. Shout out to my girl Aaliyah, who also owns Aaliyah. It's in the same building in Hotel Indigo. But anyway, I definitely went there and had dinner and had drinks and everything. And I don't know, y'all. I felt a little guilty after because I'm like, I'm supposed to be eating certain things to get back into it. I'm trying to get myself together. St. Thomas Carnival is coming up. The summer's coming up, so I'm trying to be good. And I'm also trying to change my eating habits, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. And that's what I have to do, right? I have to realize that I haven't been drinking as much lately. Not at all, basically, except one time at Dan's wedding. That's the only time I drank when my producer got married. So, shout out to the good food, though. And it makes you appreciate it so much more, but also realize we don't need to overeat. Sometimes we eat until the plate is done, even though we're full, or we just keep on ordering appetizers, or other people are ordering food because they definitely brought over dessert and definitely ate that too. But I'm going to do better, y'all, and now is the time to make it happen. But anyway, that's my About Last Night. I also made sure I went home because I knew Vybz Cartel was coming today. So I wanted to make sure that I was on point, all right, because that's a big deal. We got the world boss here. And you know what? I'm going to give you all a preview later on in the show. How you feel about that? And we'll do the full interview tomorrow because Vybz Cartel is here for 2 sold-out shows in Brooklyn at the Barclays. Is Way Up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm
Way
here.
Up.
Of course, Maino's here.
Yeah.
Maino! You ready for some under the radar stories?
Of course.
All right, Prada has acquired Versace
Really?
from Capri Holdings. The deal is valued at $1.375 billion. So that's Prada and Versace together, 2 really big Italian fashion brands. Now, Versace is currently operating at a loss, so they're expected to benefit from Prada's platform and from that investment strategy, and they're going to borrow 250 million euros to support the relaunch of Versace.
Yeah, they got to change that print, though.
The Versace print?
Yeah, I mean, like some of that, they got to change it. It's started to look a little...
You know what I have bought a couple of items from? The Fendace. The Fendi and Versace together?
Nah, I ain't even
You never
play
seen
with that.
Fendace?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nah.
I actually like Versace, so I like Prada too.
I love Prada. I'm not a huge fan of Versace.
Them Versace robes, everybody I feel like had a Versace robe.
Yeah, the robe, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? I like Fosace though.
What is Fosace?
Fosace.
What's that?
You know, from Friday. It's Fosace.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as we're getting ready for these tariffs, the CEO of Amazon says to expect prices to rise. Depending what country you're in, you don't have a 50% extra margin that you can play with. And so they said Amazon is doing everything we can to try and keep prices the way they've been for customers, as low as possible. The company has done some strategic forward inventory buys and has renegotiated terms with sellers so that customers have lower prices. So they said right now they haven't seen changes in customer behavior in a meaningful way. But they did notice that some people are buying ahead because there's some things that they're telling you that you need to stockpile. And customers are also getting more careful, and whatever they can trade down on price, they do. Whenever they can find a bargain, they do. So we are preparing. I saw everybody putting out these lists of things you should stockpile as we're expecting these tariffs to kick in, like an iPhone, if you want to get a new iPhone. All right, and one more update on the Dominican Republic, this deadly incident that happened at the Jet Set nightclub. Now they are saying the official count so far, and they're still doing recovery because they're not even expecting to pull people alive from the rubble anymore, anybody that is unaccounted for. Rescue workers are now still combing through the remains of the nightclub after this happened. So they are saying that the death toll right now is 218 people. That is so awful. Again, I want to give my condolences to the families and to the people who are suffering from that loss. But right now, that count again is at 218 people. That's one of the most famous venues, and their Monday night events are very well attended. We know there were a lot of people that were out there, and the club holds up to 500 people, so they still don't know what caused that roof to collapse. All right. This is all sponsored by Saucony. I gotta because y'all keep saying Saucony, I gotta think like which
what
one
did
is
you
it?
say back in the days?
I did say Saucony. You're right. But it's Saucony. All right. We got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, I already told you Vybz Kartel is going to be joining us tomorrow in full. But we have a snippet for you because he's performing tomorrow in Brooklyn, sold out shows at the Barclays. They've added Miami on as well. But we had a nice sit down. What do you call him?
Vybz.
No, you had a lion. Yeah.
Lion, yes, lion.
All right, it's Way Up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Countdown to Maino's wedding.
That's right.
And let's get into this Yee T. So Ray J, he is responding to Brandy, who told him, you know, Ray, you got to do better than this, right? And he said, my sister hates who I am, and all I'm doing is being myself. I don't know how to be better than who I am. I try, but I get depressed trying to change when I don't have my wife anymore, and I have no stability. I'm sorry to my sister for who I am and my mom. I don't give a F about nobody else's feelings. But anyway, this all happened after he was streaming. He called up Kai Cenat, who was streaming, and said that he wants to be invited to the next sleepover. Here's what he said.
So y'all took showers together, right?
No, but we be separated with swimming trunks.
That's what I mean. Y'all had sleepovers before, right?
Yeah, but not like that. Like,
I want to sleep with y'all too. That's how I mean it. Pause, I know. Then y'all was in the shower. Y'all took a shower together. So I'm like, well, I take a shower with them niggas. Of course with clothes on, bro. You know what I mean?
all right, Uncle Ray. Yo, can I call you Unc?
You can call me Unc, man. Like the next sleepover, like, if I'm not invited, it's cool. I just be heard about it. But they over there sleeping in the bed. Like, I want to sleep in the bed too. I don't mean stay with you. I mean, I want my own bunk. Kevin Hart got a bunk. Drewski got a bunk. This a big night. I want to sleep too, my
You would go to the sleepover.
No, not at all. I'm good.
You wouldn't? Not even in your own bunk?
No, I'm cool.
What if it was to help find your wife?
No, it's all right.
All right. Well, Brandy hasn't responded to his what he had to say. I feel like Ray J be going through a lot in his head, though.
Ray J is crazy.
He does, because he's funny.
And I think something
but then
really
he has these
awful.
moments. And, you know, that's tough to see. So always checking on Ray J. All right. Now, Nicki Minaj, she is the latest target in a swatting call. Law enforcement personnel swarmed her property in L.A. They said shortly after 7 p.m. yesterday, there was a call reporting an assault at her residence, and deputies rushed to the scene. People got to stop playing like this, because we saw...
They got to do something about that. Because
what happened to Young Scooter?
Yeah,
you see
absolutely.
what happened in that situation. The last thing you want is something else like that. All right? And so the report was that there was a shooting at a black woman at Nicki's address, and two people were still at the scene. And then later on, they realized that call was swatting. Y'all got to stop playing.
Was
and
Nicki home?
No, she was not. People do need to be held accountable when things like this happen because it could end in a tragedy, as we've seen. All right. Now, we talked yesterday about Cash Doll. She was on with Keke Palmer and talking about Tracy T. She did say that he cheated on her. And she didn't want her daughter clarity. That's what gave her the clarity to move on. Well, Tracy T was on the Justin the Boy show. And he talked about a few different things. He talked about Cash Doll moving on. And, you know, it seems like he's accepted the fact that she's moved on. But he was planning to propose. Here's what happened.
So now I just want to ask you, like, why didn't you get married? Like, why didn't you propose to Cash Doll?
You know what I'm saying? I been had a ring.
Oh, wow.
I had a fat ass ring. I still got the ring. I got a fat ass ring.
You proposed?
Nah, I ain't proposed.
So you just bought a big ass ring?
Because I was going to propose. I was just kind of trying to stabilize everything before we take another step up in life.
And y'all never made it to that next level?
Yeah.
But you still got the ring?
Yeah.
Is that something you be open to?
Man, I'm finna go goddamn put some more diamonds with that motherfucker. I'm finna have a fat ass pinky ring, man.
Yeah, because you can't give it to someone else.
Shout out to Tracy T.
And a lot of times they don't let you return those.
Nah, he,
like
don't
when
keep it. He ain't talking about return.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you can't anyway.
Yeah, he was with us the other night. He was here. He was hanging out with us.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, maybe you can use the ring for your wife. And that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Askey. And you know that Yeetie is sponsored by Saucony. Of course it is. Stop, it's Saucony.
Oh, Saucony, right.
Okay. Askey is next, 800-292-5150. If you need advice, I'm here with the award-winning advice giver,
right.
Maino. And don't forget, we got a little Vybz Cartel, or as he says, a little Vybz Cartel on the way. It's way up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Maino.
That's right.
And it's time for Ask Yee. Are you ready to be the award-winning advice-giving
Award-winning. Listen, I give the best
person
advice.
who you are? Well, we got Brandon on the line. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, how you doing? Good morning. My question is, I'm in this long-distance relationship. I just feel like it's a waste of time, so I don't know if I should just move on and just stop talking to her or continue to talk to her.
Well, so because she's moving, you want to break up with her?
No, she's not planning on moving, and I don't plan on moving.
Oh, they don't plan on
Okay, you're
moving.
both not going to move.
Yeah.
How far y'all live apart?
Man, we a whole day away. She lives in Phoenix, Arizona.
And where you live at?
I'm in Chicago.
Okay.
I mean, that's not that bad because you get to have other girls like that you deal with, and she won't even know.
Well, why won't you move?
Yeah.
And why won't you move? And why won't she move? Like, what's the reason?
Me personally, I don't know. I don't have nobody out there. I only come out there one time. I don't want to move to Chicago. But I did think about, if I do move out there, of course, and she moved out, she lived out here before, and she don't want to come back out here.
Okay,
I know
that's
it's a
fair.
Chicago thing. She didn't want to be out here. But me personally, I just don't have no family out there. I don't want to.
But you are still in love with her, though, right?
Yeah, I love her, and I like her and everything. She's a good person and everything. It's just the only thing is the long distance part.
I don't see what the problem is. I mean, you see her when you can, but you get a lot of time to do other things and get a lot more pursuit.
A lot of time to do what I want to do. Yeah.
Well, why don't you guys?
But I'm ready to like set her down. I'm ready to set her down, and I can't like see her. I don't want to see multiple people. I just want to just. I'm going to settle down with one person.
You can settle. Listen, bro. Listen to what I'm telling you. You gotta listen to me.
Oh gosh.
You can settle down with her, but still be with other people because she lives long. It's long distance. It don't count. That's not even cheating when it's long distance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so here's my
Everybody
thoughts.
know that.
If you can't,
I see what he's saying, and I see what.
Okay, no. But I will say this.
It's bad if I can give me, huh?
So you guys really care about each other, but nobody's willing to move. Maybe what you need to do is on kind of the same lines of Maino, but not lying. Is maybe you guys have to agree, and I've seen people do this. I know people personally who this worked for. Is okay because this isn't working, but we care about each other. You can date other people, I'll date other people, and maybe that will encourage y'all to be like, you know what? I do really want to make this work. And if not, then y'all weren't meant to be. But I don't think you should cheat. I think what you need to do is come to an agreement. Like, look, neither one of us wants to move. this isn't working for me long distance. I want to be with you, but I can't be with you if we're not living in the same place and you're not trying to move here and I'm not trying to move there. So maybe we need to take a break, but we can still see each other when we do. But I think you have to be honest and not say I'm settled down and not be settled down, because that'll destroy the relationship forever. And
I don't want to just stop talking to her.
Yeah. And so what you might realize is that maybe it means so much to you and things can change. You know, like next year, this could be a whole different conversation where she's willing to move or you're willing to move or you'll go somewhere else that's not, you know, where she is or where you are. Maybe there's a place you guys would settle on to go to together that you guys pick together. Who knows? But I'm saying a lot can change. But in the meantime, don't destroy what you do have by lying.
Y'all both gave some good advice.
Brandon, don't be a liar. Talk to you later. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. As you know, that's sponsored by Saucony, not Saucony. And when we come back, guess who stopped by today? Vybz Kartel. How could he not? Okay, he's in Brooklyn at the Barclays, and we got two Brooklyn people right here.
Right.
Me and Maino. So we have a little bit of Vybz Kartel, a little bit of Vybz Kartel when we come back, but we got the full interview for you guys tomorrow. It's Way Up.
And I'm back. We about to do this.
One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up at Angela
Way
Yee.
up.
Maino, get ready.
Way up.
I mean, it's really way up right now because we got the world boss. We got Vybz
Yeah,
Kartel here.
Biggest boss.
Yes, Lion.
Yes, Lion.
Oh, man, so many things we got to get into today. Now, first off, Brooklyn is coming up. You're going to be at the Barclays, 2 sold-out shows. It was so crazy they had to add one.
They had to add one. They wanted to add a third. I'm like, nah, we're not going three-peat.
Can't do a three-peat.
Nah.
They wanted to go 3 back-to-back.
Exactly. I'm not doing that. We just do it back-to-back like Jordan 96, 97.
You know how crazy that is? Because there's people that have to, like, cancel shows, rope off part of the stadium, but they actually had to add a show for you.
Yeah. That's too easy, man. Remember, I put the work in over the years. The catalog is big.
That's right.
The fan base is big, and the people miss me. I haven't been here in a minute.
Let's talk about Brooklyn Anthem, though, because when that goes off, I'm from Flatbush.
Okay.
He's from Best Eye.
Okay,
We get our shout-outs in Brooklyn Anthem. How many times do you think you're going to do that song?
Several.
You got
Several
to.
times, at least 5. And that's what the people say. Make sure you know the song word for word from start to finish. I'm like, I wrote the song.
Right.
Like, come on. Yeah, but it's going to be crazy.
That's going to be a movie, though.
And everybody's pulling up, I know. I can't even imagine what type of guests. I mean, because a lot of artists live out here, too.
Yeah, no, come on. This is New York, man.
Yeah.
So a lot of artists coming. Cardi coming, Busta coming. You know what I mean? A lot of people going to pull up.
You did a song with Cardi yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it being debuted or something? Or
Yeah, definitely. I don't know when, but it's coming.
It should be at the Barclays.
Very soon. I'm not sure if maybe that's too soon, but it's
We need a snippet or something, like a little snippet. You got to do that.
Yeah.
Let's go viral.
My manager has it. So if he wants to drop a snippet, it's Angela Yee. Come on.
Let's get it. Let's
Exclusive.
go viral.
Yeah. Way up. That's it.
Now listen. Champagne?
That's how we doing.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, I'm on a liquid diet.
Okay, I see that. And I also saw what you've been doing for the economy with your rum.
Yes, it's crazy, right?
Yeah,
it's the biggest selling rum in the Caribbean. Yeah,
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge, man. Trust me, man. And I had a rum before I got arrested. I went to prison, and that did well too. But this one,
people are going crazy over this.
Crazy, I'm telling you, man.
Over
one
this
of them is a
vibe.
ramping shop. I recommend that for you.
Okay, why for me?
Because it got that Vigerton in it. It's got that thing for the ladies. That
get them going.
Thing, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just do?
The thing. The thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
What was that?
For the ladies.
I want to ask you a question though. I want to take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
How was it during that time though, bro? Like, because I did time, but when I did time, I wasn't in the industry.
Yeah.
You was already a huge artist.
Yeah, true that.
How was that doing time like that?
I mean, prison is prison, man. Regardless, but you know what I mean? Just it's Jamaica, so you know. But yeah, I was in prison. I was rocking the Rolex, latest Jordans, anything. I could get whatever I want. I just couldn't leave. So it's kind of different,
right?
But it was a dungeon still, because it's not like an American prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We still didn't have toilets in the cells up to a point.
I remember when that was a big story.
Yeah, it was,
and some
man.
changes had to be made.
No toilets, man. You got to on newspaper and wrap that shit up.
Because the other problem is also that, aside from that, Graves' disease.
Yeah, I'm still suffering from it now, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been through it, man. But what are you going to do? Cry? No, you got to just pull your pants up and push, man. That's it.
All right. Well, that was just a little preview of our Vybz Kartel interview.
Jamaica. Lion.
More of that tomorrow, though. We're going to have the full interview with me and Maino. And, of course, Vybz Kartel tomorrow. His first show at the Barclays is tomorrow night, followed by a second show on Saturday, but they're sold out. But we will be talking more to him, and that full interview is going to come out. We enjoyed that. It was really fun. And when we come back, this is your show, so you have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Maino.
That was
Maino.
Like
Hi, Maino.
How you doing?
Are you ready for this? We're going to find your bride. I can't wait to give you away.
Stop saying you're going to give me away.
How do you want me to say it?
Like, you're not going to give me away. Like,
well, no, we'll keep
you're going to help me plan this wedding.
Okay.
The date is set for July 26th. It's happening.
I want to officiate as well.
See, Angela, you want to do everything.
I do. I'm going to get my license so I can officiate.
You want to give me away.
I do.
Men don't get given away.
Yes, y'all do.
No, that does not happen.
I'm going to cry.
You want to... You're taking this for a joke.
No, I'm not. I'm so
for real.
serious.
I'm putting this out there. I'm making steps to make this thing happen.
Okay. All right. Well, again, Vybz Kartel full interview is going to be out tomorrow. He's a legend.
Yeah, Vybz.
Like, for real. I can see why people gravitate to him. He's a teacher, for sure. Vybz. What did you call him?
General. Lion.
All right. And again, this is your show, so you have the last word.
I'm going to shine a light on all the first responders who went to aid those who lost loved ones in that club collapsed out there in the Dominican Republic.